Hello, welcome to your Kajabi training with me, Sue from the Unicorn Advisory. Fantastic to be with you again. So, this is a little bit automation and a little bit looking at how you can set things up. Evergreen, the Evergreen Dream. I was actually talking about Evergreen Sales today in Clubhouse with Tracy Patterson from Indie Copy. We run a Clubhouse room every week talking about all different aspects of course and membership creation and sales. And we were talking about how Evergreen is a wonderful way to sell your programs, to sell your course, membership, etc. However, it still involves selling. So even though you can set things up like I will show you tonight, you still need to get leads coming in. But when you get them in, you can put them through these automated processes and that'll all happen in the back end. So this might be a perfect one to save, and perhaps you can go through it step by step when you are ready and when you've got a couple of different products and a lead magnet. And I'm going to step you through how you can take someone from a lead magnet to a mini course and then on to potentially purchasing your membership. So I'm going to take you through all of how you actually set that up in Kajabi. Going to be fun. Ready to go? I'm excited. My inner Kajabi nerd is so happy right now with all of this training. All right, so this is actually setting up the structure. So if you want to do the same, you can set up the structure and then go and add the actual content in later. You can get the copywriting for your opt-in page, emails, etc. I'm going to show you how to set it up. So if you did not follow along the other day, we basically set up a very simple lead magnet freebie pipeline. So if you want to find out how to do that, just comment and I will tag you into that video. But basically with this free lead magnet pipeline, we have got an opt-in page, and I'll just really quickly go through it. So we've got the opt-in page, and on that opt-in page is a form. And there is an automation on that form that when someone fills out the form, then they are going to be added to this Sue's lead magnet email series. So it's an email sequence. So we've set this form up in the forms area and added the appropriate automations to then add the person who fills it out into that sequence. And then once they have filled that form out, they will then be taken through to a thank you page, which will have their freebie on that page so that they can download it. So that is the beginning. That is the beginning of the journey when someone comes into your world through Kajabi. They opt in, they get their freebie, they are added to an email sequence. But what if you want to take it a little step further and be like, all right, you're signed up, I'd like to offer you something. Okay, so we're going to go out from here and we are going to go into our email sequences, which are is in the marketing area. So the first email campaign, email sequence that we have set up is this Sue's lead magnet email sequence. Now, I've not actually created the emails in this. I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what you could do. So the first email that someone gets immediately as soon as they subscribe to the freebie is that welcome email. Hey, welcome. Here's your freebie. So great to have you here. Can't wait to get to know you, that kind of thing. So that's your immediate welcome email. Then the next day, it's not meant to be job, it's meant to be help. That's when you can go and send out another email, let that person know some ways that you can help them. Just a basic introduction. You can also send out, a couple more if you would like to before you start selling, completely up to you. And then at the end of this sequence, so this is a super simple, like straight away, next day, and then a couple of days later, you can send out an email saying, hey, you might like this mini course, and you can give a little bit of information. Now, this one you can just keep because it's, pretty early on in the journey when someone may not know you very well. You can just keep this pretty simple. You can be like, hey, I've got this course. It's only $27. I thought it would be really helpful for you, something along those lines. And you can send out an email. You can maybe send another one the next day after that, but just, super low key and chill. Now, if someone buys that course, I have got an automation set up in the sales area under that offer when someone buys this mini course. that if they buy it, it is going to take them out of that email sequence. So there's a couple of things here. It is going to subscribe them to a new email sequence, which I'll talk to you about in a second, and unsubscribe them from this original like welcome sequence. Now that's important because I've got this two-step thing happening. So if you want to keep it simple, you can just go from that, hey, here's the mini course, and that can be your sell. And you're like, all right, cool, that's a sell. But I'm going to take it a step further and sell them one thing and then sell another one. So kind of stack the funnels on top of each other. So, but we want to drop them out of this lead magnet because I've got it set up in our email sequence so that if they don't purchase this 48-hour Kajabi mini course that I've got, then we're going to put them into this annual membership upsell sequence. So if they don't buy that, they're going to go into the annual membership. So it gives you another opportunity. I've also, because I'm a little bit cheeky like that, have got it set up so that we've got our 48-hour Kajabi mini course. So again, there's an email that they get immediately once they are in. Then on day one, hey, do you want any help? And then on day two, you can say, there is something super cool coming. Look out in your inbox tomorrow. Now we have got the automation set up in here underneath the settings so that once this sequence is completed, it's going to subscribe them to a new sequence, which is this annual membership email upsell. So that's the automation. So it's going to take them from that first one, the welcome for the freebie, into the mini course one, and then into the annual one. So the annual one is a little bit longer. I'm just giving an example of one that was done by Kajabi. If you set up the sales pipeline, it's going to create this for you. So just to give you an idea. Now, the thing is as well, so before I mentioned that we've got this one here. So this one is upselling into the mini course, but we have that set up so that if they buy the mini course, they're going to get dropped out of this. But if they complete this email sequence, they're also then going to go onto that annual sequence upsell. And then in this annual one, this is one that goes over a longer time because it's a membership. It's not just a $27 product. This is a $200 or, perhaps more product. And so this is going to go through emails over, I think this is 10 emails over 18 days. So this is actually going to go and sell into that higher priced offer, which is pretty cool. And you can get some ideas of how you can actually do the sales by setting up in your pipeline. If you're like, well, what do I do? How do I sell that? It's really cool. Kajabi has got these pipelines in here and it's going to give you examples. Now, you might not want to follow it exactly, but it'll give you an idea of the type of thing that you could put. So if you go into this product launch OVO, these 10 emails are actually going to be created for you. Now, this is designed that it's actually going to go through a series of videos. So you could do that as well if you were selling a higher ticket offer. The membership example that I've used in here is pretty low cost. It's $197 for a year. So you may not need to have to show someone videos as well. All testing, it's one of the cool things that you can do. So if you wanted to actually find out what those 10 emails are, create this pipeline, delete it again, and all the emails are still going to be there. That sequence is still going to be there, which is pretty cool. And yeah, you can decide whether you want to send people through those additional videos, or you just want to do it all on email. That's the beautiful thing. So that is an idea of an automation where you can step people through and kind of have funnels on top of funnels. So I'm just going to cover that back off again really quickly. So the first thing we did is we created this freebie pipeline. And in our pipelines, we're just going to go back to where I created it just so I can go over again. That was create a new pipeline that I was just in. So we're going to come back in here. So the first step was to create a freebie. So to create a lead magnet, an opt-in. So we've created a page for the opt-in, which has a form on it. When that form is completed, then someone is going to be added to the email sequence. And then they will also, when they have completed the form, are also going to be sent to the thank you page to be able to download their freebie. Now, one thing that you could do if you had a mini course or something that's I mean, I tend to think sort of under $30, but you could maybe even go to say $47. It depends on the prices and products. The lower the price, the easier it is you could actually offer that mini course on the thank you page when someone gets their freebie, because that is the time they're probably going to be the most engaged, because they've just signed up, they want a freebie, and they're going to be taken to a page and say, here's your freebie, but while you're here, you might like this mini course, and you can explain a little bit about how it's going to help them, what the benefits are, and sell that straight away. And you won't even have to go through that welcome email sequence. So you can do it here. You could even do it in the welcome email sequence as well. Like, hey, you might have seen that mini course. Here's another chance for you to get it. And you can do that in this lead magnet sequence here. So freebie opt-in page, to welcome email sequence, and the thank you page where you deliver that opt-in with optional upsell on the page. And then it's going to go into it's going to go from there. So someone's going to go from this email sequence here. When this email sequence, like you'll sell this 48-hour mini course in the email sequence. If they don't buy the mini course, you'll then put them into this annual membership upsell, which goes over a longer time and is just really about providing value and showing someone how you and your company and your course could help them. Otherwise, the option is they will go from here. You will sell the mini course. They'll do the mini course. You can send a few emails out about that. And then at the end of that, then you can sell into the annual membership. So this is one funnel, this is another one, this is a third one, and they can kind of stack together on top of each other and just go from one to another. Now, when you are selling things, you will need to have offers. So these offers were already created. So I'll just quickly look at these. So we have our annual membership. So we have the mini course and we have our annual membership. So you will need to create those. So the mini course, I think I said 27, I've made it 49 for some reason. It honestly doesn't matter, you can change it. This one is just a sample playing around. So we've got our mini course here. So what you would do in your email sequence is you would just send them, you would get the link, and the links in your emails would just send someone to this checkout so that they can purchase. You could, if you wanted, create a sales page for that, but I think, to get things happening quicker, just send them straight to that checkout. Make the checkout page look good. Edit it and make it like a kind of mini sales page, and then build the sales page afterwards. Like, the more that you can do to get money coming in, the better. So, you can always add a sales page later, but until you give the link out for the checkout, you're not going to get any sales. So yes, you may get more sales when you do a sales page, but you'll get no sales if you don't give the link out. So just create a simple checkout. You can do that in a day easily. And then add the link into the emails to be selling this course. Now, the same thing with our annual membership. Again, yes, you may sell more if you have a sales page, but if you do not put that offer out there at all, you're going to sell zero. And there are a lot of situations where people make phenomenal money online just selling even through Google Docs or just checkout pages. So I would suggest keep it simple, add more things in later. Like the simplest way to start this would just be having your free lead magnet and then just selling the mini course. Get that set up, and then afterwards you can add in upselling to a higher priced offer. So again, with this one, you can just get the link. We've just set this up pretty basic, includes our products. So with the mini course and the membership, we have actually created a product as well. So if you want to go through the minimum viable Kajabi training that I did last week, let me know in the comments and I can pop a link in there for that to you. But yeah, basically you'll need a product, which is what you're actually selling, your mini course, your membership, workshop, whatever it is. And if you are selling a workshop and it's on Zoom, you can actually sell that without the product and create the product afterwards to house the replay. If your upsell is a workshop, then yeah, you can not include a product, add the product in later, put the replay in, and then you could sell the replay afterwards. So products, offers, email sequences. So that is, the basics of setting up automations through funnels to get things selling on Evergreen. Now, I'm making it probably sound quite simple. There is a bit of work in doing that. There is, with Evergreen Sales, all the work is kind of at the beginning. So in the beginning, it might be like, oh my God, I've got to write another email. And yes, that is part of it. But once you have got all of that done, that is when it turns into a little bit more of that kind of set and forget world. You do have to keep leads coming in though. So you'll need to look at where you can get people to be coming into your world, downloading your lead magnet, whether that's through ads, whether that is through getting in front of other people's audiences like podcast guesting strategies, PR, things like that, or whether that is through a solid content and organic strategy, which works but will be slower. But whatever your strategy is, you need to get people seeing that very first part. And in this one that we've done, the very first part is signing up for that free lead magnet, whatever that is, and then you can start offering things off the back of that. So it's powerful, it's awesome, and just one of the great ways that you can use Kajabi. And you can get a whole lot more complicated than that, but I don't want to be too overwhelming. But it's nice to know that you can do all those kinds of things, with your actual offers as well, with your mini course, with your membership. You can also include upsells. And you can also include order bumps. So an order bump is on the checkout and an upsell is presented after someone has checked out. So generally that will be a little bit of a higher cost. And then on your actual checkout, this is a perfect way to then increase the value of what you are selling. If you are selling a cheaper course, like a little $17, $27 mini course, for example, you can come in and add an order bump, which is so cool. I'm just going to pick something random. So we're going to say, want a great deal. I don't know what I would write here. It's late for me, so I'm just making something up. Want a great deal. Get this for 50% off the regular price when you buy with the annual membership. So it's kind of like the would you like fries with that situation. And this order bump, you have to have the offer for the order bump created first. And it's just going to add it here above the checkout. So I'm just going to put the price, only $49. So you do need to put the price in. So you can put that little order bump there. And it means this is the offer that you're selling. This is what you're doing. And then you're like, hey, while you're here, would you like this as well? And generally speaking, in my experience, and it will vary across offers and audiences and what you're selling, around 20% of people will take up that order bump. So it's a really good way, to get that little bit of extra income coming in. Then once someone has actually checked out, you can also offer them an upsell. So lots of flexibility, lots of things that you can do. And just another reason why I love Kajabi so much. But that is it for today's workshop. I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are. Leave a comment if I can help you with anything. Bye for now.